police chase, there was two of us. So I was the number 2 car who calls the pursuit, and then the number 1 car kind of just pays attention to the car, makes sure that nothing is happening or going on that he needs to report, stays with the car. Over the radio, they're like, I think they're shooting at us. And so we obviously couldn't confirm it because we couldn't get close enough until they actually stopped.
When they pulled over, when they stopped,
we saw the holes in the back of their car, and then we knew for sure that they were shooting at us.
Welcome back. Tonight we meet an officer who was shot at during a high-speed chase last year. The suspects were all arrested, but she is still out there protecting her community. And she's the subject of our Behind the Badge report. Here's News 4 Utah's Dawn Hudson.
Listen, right now I need to figure out what's going on with the car, okay?
Officer Amanda Zeller checks the license and registration of a car. It's just part of her job at West Valley City PD. The other part of her job right now, working with the crisis intervention team and helping people with mental health issues.
You kind of have to understand what's going on or what's not going on in their head. Their reality is definitely altered most of the time, but what they see, feel, and hear is absolutely what they see, feel, and hear.
Officer Zeller says she enjoys her current assignment and has enjoyed all of her past assignments as well.
It's different every day. It's exciting, right? You get to do some really cool stuff. You know, you get to chase the bad guys. You get to bring justice to people who've been victim of crimes, but it's literally different every day.
Officer Zeller started her law enforcement career as a corrections officer in Idaho. She also worked for the Rupert, Idaho Police Department before coming home to Utah. Since joining West Valley, she's been a patrol officer,
Romeo 12 traffic,
a field training officer, and a crime suppression officer.
We'd like work CIs and just get intel of what's going down on the streets, and it was fun, really, really fun.
However, Officer Zeller may be best known in the community for her ability to sign.
I've actually been able to work with a lot of the people in the community, and they're excited that someone who signs is on the police force. And
Officer Zeller has been called on throughout the valley.
Interpreted for highway for a DUI investigation. I've interpreted for Murray for a domestic investigation, and also UPD for DUIs. So just depends on the need.
She believes being one of just a few officers who can sign is a blessing and an opportunity.
Kind of bridge that gap and connect the two communities together to let them know that, you know, don't be afraid of law enforcement.
And she says no matter who she is helping, she says being a police officer truly is about serving and protecting.
We deal with people on their worst day, whether they're in a car accident, whether they're in a domestic situation, whether their loved one has died. So to be able to be that person that kind of either brings the satisfaction that they need to kind of have some closure, or just be there to calm them down or comfort them or make a difference.
In West Valley, Dawn Hudson, News 4 Utah.
Officer Zeller learned sign language and worked in education before joining the force. Then 10 years ago, autosclerosis caused her to lose a lot of her hearing, so now she wears a hearing aid. For more on Officer Zeller or to nominate someone for a future Behind the Badge story, go to good4utah.com/badge.